Hello and welcome to this new video where I want to start a series on different security topics around the Power Platform. And the first topic I would like to start with is something everyone uses, probably Excel. And in Excel you have macros. And macros are nowadays automatically blocked if they come from the internet. What does it mean come from the internet? Well, you share an Excel file with an email. That means it's sent over the internet, it has a mark of the internet, and they are automatically blocked. Yeah? And why is that? Well, because that's a good way to get malware, ransomware, or something else you do not want to have on your computer or in your network inside. Yeah? And to prevent that, we got an alternative. And the alternative are Office scripts. And I will show you in a second how they work. Yeah? If you have never seen Office scripts, open Excel. Go to the automation section, there you will find this new Office scripts. But rather than talking, let's have a look at the demo and see how the different things work and how you can use it in combination with the Power Platform. So let's check it out. Okay, so I'm starting here in my Explorer because I want to show you two things. First, I created an Excel sheet, M100, where I recorded the macro, but then once I tried to save the file, then it said, hey, you need a different file type. You need here this Microsoft Excel macro enabled worksheet. Yeah? So that's where I included my macro. It's just a different file type, so you just need to be aware of that. I enable the content here, and I do not want to make it a trusted document yet. But what I want to show you here in the developer section, you have your macros. Yeah? This is my M100 macro, so you run it and then something is automated. Yeah? So very simple macro that I have, and what I want to do now is I want to share this with my colleague who sits maybe in a different office in a different country, yeah, and who needs to work on this Excel document. So what I did is I packed this into an Outlook email and sent it to my colleague. That's my colleague. He got here the email with the macro, and now let's just do what people are doing. They just download it. So we have it here in our download folder. So let's go here under downloads. That's my file, and just let's open it. Let's open it in Excel, and let's see what happens and how we can work with that. And of course, we have to enable these things first. Enable editing. Let me click on that, and then you already see this red bar saying, hey, there's a security risk. And that's because this file has been sent over the internet and got this mark. So if we just go to macros and try to circumvent this a bit, if we say run, we get an error message. And why is that? Because this document has a kind of parameter or property that says, hey, it's an untrusted document because it was sent over the internet. And to unblock that, we can come here and say unblock it if we really trust this thing and if we are really sure we want to do that. So after unblocking this file, which can, by the way, done also via a script, so you do not have to click manually into that, we can now go into the macros and then run it. But as I said, this thing has a security risk. So maybe it's not the right way to work with this in the future. So because of that, I did something else, and that's what in my run number 2. And here we have an Office script included. So what is an Office script? If you have not tried it, check it out. It's pretty similar to a macro. So you just record it here. I have here my Office script on the right hand side. And what you see here are the different steps. So it's just a recorder, you clip different steps and then you say stop. And then it makes this out of it. If you want, and if you're more professional, you can also see the code behind and adjust it here. But if you're just an ordinary user, you can just run it from here. Important thing here is that you need to share it. If you want other people making use of that, you need to share it, and you can make two options out of that. You can make it with a button. That's what I did here, or without a button. So I included a button. So if I click on that, this script will be executed, and then it will do some highlighting here of different cells. Some kind of automation, whatever you want to have. So let me undo that. That's basically the thing. The other thing is this Office script, you see it here, they are saved under Office scripts in my personal OneDrive. So that's important, and we will see later on why. So now let's close this. And what I did was the same. I took this file, put it in an email, and shared it with my colleague. So this time we use this email. Here is the Office script Excel file, and this time we can open it in the browser. We do not need to download it because these Office scripts, they work really with the online version. Now you can see here I have the Office script. If I execute it, you will see something interesting. It starts running and it says it does not work. Why is that the case? Well, if you click on Automate, you don't see this script with this name here. And why is that? Well, because Office scripts are not shared across the tenant. And this person is working in maybe a different office, different tenant in my case, and therefore it's not working. Of course, you can export and import things manually. That's always possible, but that is not something you want to have if you have really lots of files. So maybe we are now at a point where you say, oh, actually we found a better method, but somehow it does not work. So what alternative do we have? If you want to work on these files in a secure way with many people, well, the alternative is you share it. For example, here I'm on SharePoint. I created here another Excel document, and I did the same, basically the same, a different kind of automation. So I have here my Office script, which is also here. So if I execute it, it will do some calculation. And this script has been created, or this file has been created in this tenant, in this demo tenant that I have. So everybody in this tenant has access. And let's double check that. So here I'm logged in with Yoda. The best friend of Yoda is, of course, Darth Vader. He has also access to this. So if he opens that, then he has also access to this automation. And he has the script here. You will see in a second also here on top. So also Darth Vader, who is in the same tenant, can execute this script, which is great. But again, it still has the limitation that we are in the same tenant. So now let's say I'm in this demo tenant and I want to share it with somebody external, somebody who is working in the Microsoft tenant. Because here this file is not in the Microsoft tenant. So what did I do? Well, I shared this SharePoint basically with an external user. So I used my Ludwig Microsoft account, gave it proper user rights, and then I shared it. And because of that, if I'm logging into this SharePoint site, that's now here with my work email, with my Microsoft tenant, so to say. I can see that because I'm a guest user here. And now I should be able to see the script. But again, the problem here is on top, I do not have the automation button. I'm in a different tenant. If I click on that, it will not work. I can just move it around, but there's no functionality behind. So that's not actually working. But there is something else. And let me show you this quickly. Because these Office scripts, they don't only work internally, that you can just click a button and execute something. They also nicely integrate with Power Automate. And that's here something that I have done. So what I did was I created a Power Automate flow, and you will see this in a second. And this Power Automate flow is doing nothing else than running this script. And let's wait here a second until it opens. It should be a simple button flow. So this one here, script execution, I call it. And the script execution is actually this flow here. So if I click on edit, then you will see what happens. It's basically just a button, and then a script is run, and exactly this script in this file. And this allows me now to share it with somebody else. I shared this Power Automate flow with my external user, Ludwig. And now he has the possibility to execute and run this. So let's check it out. So we go here. Now I cannot run this script, but I have access to this Power Automate flow. And now I'm logged in as Ludwig with my Microsoft account. Let's run it and then see whether this is doing the job, and executes this automation in a secure and safe manner. So let's wait until the flow is through. Shouldn't take too long. Now it finished. Let's go back to our Excel document, and we have to refresh the site. Sometimes if many users are inside, it takes a while. And now you can see the number and the things that have been executed. So even if I'm working in a different tenant, and as long as I am using the guest user account, as long as I have access to this Power Automate flow, I can use these automations. And not only that, it is also a safer way, because if this Ludwig does not have access to the script, he cannot manipulate it. He cannot do something bad with it. He cannot mess around with it. But he can just execute the flow and just get what I expect that he gets. So it's a more secure and safe way how to work together in a new and modern way in the cloud. Let me go back to my PowerPoint to show you some additional things and notes that you should be aware of. And then let's close this post. Okay, after this short demo, let us have a look at the important things. Number one, PBA macros are a common way for malicious actors to bring malware, things you do not want to have on your computer and network. So they are risky. Why? Because they have full access to your desktop. Not only to the file, the Excel file, but to your full desktop. And that's the difference with Office scripts. Office scripts only access the workbook, but not the machine. And the other differences is that Office scripts can run with Power Automate, which gives you a nice way to securely run automations across tenants with different guest users, with different people in your organization that work in different departments or somewhere else, and have this kind of security that you need. And that's it, basically, what I want to share with you. So if you have never used Office scripts, try them out, test it, and maybe use them instead of your risky macros. Okay, that's it. As usual, if you have comments, questions, just send me an email or put something in the comment section. And then, thanks for watching and listening, and then till next time.